Hello, and welcome to the Readings from the Pavilion End podcast. This is Bill Riquier, and today with Colin Cohen, presenter of the splendid More and Law podcast, on which I featured just last week. And now I'm returning the compliment. We are sitting outside a Vietnamese restaurant in Adelaide, having observed a brilliant day's Test cricket at the iconic Adelaide Oval. Colin, I think this is your first visit to this marvellous ground.
It's absolutely. And I was amazed at the magnificent ground, the way it was set up. But it was a record crowd. Everything about it was just absolutely brilliant. It's the old and the new merging together. And actually, we had a fabulous day of cricket. So I'll leave it to you to start, and I will sort of butt in and give you my views as we go along.
First, I would agree with that. We had a brilliant day's cricket. There was a very extraordinary start to the day's play with an announcement just before the toss that Steve Smith would not be playing because he'd suffered a concussion incident during practice. That's no doubt Brendan McCullum will be saying that you can't practice too much. And he was replaced by Usman Khawaja. Of course, the pundits were all writing Khwaja's cricketing obituary, but he played in a match, he batted number 4 and got 82. It was a day of, what's the word I'm looking for? It was cut and thrust. A really competitive day's play. Australia finished at 326 for 8. They'll probably feel, having won the toss, that is okay. England, I don't think, will be too disappointed. It was, you'd say, honours even, Colin?
Well, yes, I do. I mean, we started off a little ropey. I mean, the first bowling was too many no balls. And overall, England were able to get, as the day progressed, they got better, they concentrated. The fielding was a lot better than it was in the Gabba. And I was quite impressed in the way in which they went about their task. And they picked up wickets, especially after lunch, where many people are not in their seat. And we had 2 wickets in the first over, first ball and second, and the ball after that. So everyone was quite enthusiastic.
Yes. I think the bowling, a bit of a mixed bag. Jofra Archer was marvellous, I think. 16 overs, 3 for 29. But a little question for you, Colin. What is Will Jacks for?
Well, I just don't know whether he's there to keep the over rate. But his bowling, he got a wicket or he got a couple of wickets, but I wasn't impressed with it. I just don't know what he's there for. He's nowhere near the quality of Bashir. Maybe he's there because he bats. That's all I know. But I really I wasn't impressed with his bowling this time. Yeah.
I think what was comforting for England was that there were periods, I think we both agree, at the start was a little bit discouraging because Weatherald and Head seemed quite secure, and Weatherald in particular was scoring quite freely. And you began to think, gosh, this is not looking great. And then 2 wickets fell. I think Archer's 5th over, he got 1, Cast got another. All of a sudden, they were 33 for 2. And then England were really on top for a while. But Labuschagne and Khawaja got going. 84 for 2, I think, at lunch.
Yeah, and it was quite interesting. Everybody thought that when Khawaja came in and Labuschagne came in, easy times. Everyone's thinking that we would get them out and they would be sitting ducks, but they weren't. I thought Khawaja had a magnificent inning, just concentrated, did well. Labuschagne got out. Just a little bit unlucky, but he got out as well. So, and then we had lunch break, and then we were 2 wickets up. And then in the afternoon sessions, but it was really hot today.
Yes.
And, this must have been really horrible for the fielders and the bowlers. It was difficult stuff.
It's a real furnace in there. We were sitting in the stands, but we were in the shade all day. It must have been, we're talking about 35, 36 degrees, really punishing conditions for the fielders. And England stuck to it. And the Australians put together partnerships, 450 partnerships, but nobody, apart from Carey, nobody really got going. Carey played a marvellous innings. Local boy, like Head, comes from the Barossa Valley. He's such a useful cricketer, a brilliant wicketkeeper, never lets them down with the bat, and he fully deserved his 100 today. But I agree with you, Khawaja also, he started skittishly, and he was bound to think, we can get rid of him. But he's stuck to it. When he's on form, he's a lovely player to watch. And, Usman Khawaja's retirement seems to have been postponed yet again.
Well, who knows? But also what's good there, we've managed to pick up wickets in each session, good, valuable wickets. So in the end of the day, where are we right now? We're, 8 wickets, 2 wickets tomorrow morning have to go quickly. Will we be able to bat properly? Are we able to emulate and see whether or not we're able to deal with the conditions on the field? I have my worries, but I hope this gives them the opportunity to really step up and show they can put together and bat at least for the whole day and into the third day as well, if there's going to be any chance of trying to win this test.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Some of the locals are saying the Adelaide Oval, in terms of the batting conditions, isn't what it used to be. You don't always get 450. There have been some relatively lower scoring games. But I agree with you. It's utterly critical that England bat for at least a day. They've got to give their bowlers a chance to recover from these incredibly punishing conditions. But as you say, the first thing they have to do is get rid of these last 2 wickets, because the Australian tail does have a habit of wagging in a very annoying way.
I have to say this, I was very concerned, a little bit concerned. New ball, Stokes bowling well, yet he was tired, yet he took the new ball. I would have preferred Archer to bowl from that end, and he might have sort of got one out. Maybe, maybe not. But I was a little bit surprised about that. But that's the only thing that I was surprised. Overall, I thought a good day compared to they were good in the field. They were athletic. They tried hard. They were running. They looked much, much better than they did at the Gabba.
Yep. Altogether, I think it was a really enjoyable day's cricket in this fantastic stadium. And we're set fair for another splendid day tomorrow, and a lot to look forward to.
I hope so. And it was my first day at the Adelaide, first time here at the Oval. Mightily impressed. Magnificent ground. I just hope tomorrow the gods smile kindly upon us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Colin.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, as you can do that by looking at the website where you found this. Recommend to your friends, and I'm more than happy to take requests. Thank you.